How you feeling today?
Man, I'm happy to be here, baby. Happy to be here.
Blessings, blessings, blessings. You know what I'm saying? So just first of all, I just wanted to appreciate you and thank you for taking time out chopping up with me today. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a big moment coming up, new book on the way, perfect day to boss up. Stores everywhere, September 7th. You know what I'm saying?
Baby.
For sure. Yeah, so I'm gonna just kick it off, because hurricanes, it was a real success for you, like a huge success, and I feel like I learned about like a lot about you, not just as a rapper, but as a man, just overall, so when was the moment from releasing that, well, to publishing Hurricanes to publishing this book, when was the moment where you was like, okay, it's time for you to write another one? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I actually wrote this book during the pandemic. It may have took me 90 days during the pandemic to actually put this book together. And I found myself, of course, during the pandemic, wow, for the first time in 15 years, not touring, canceling dates. I'm a person that wake up 6 a.m. And I found myself just sitting around and not really doing much. So let's make some changes. I started getting on social media more, getting up in the morning. I had my DJ show me how to work my story on my IG. And I started talking to fans more, just communicating with the fans that I usually would see in venues. And I was getting the same questions over and over. Rose, how'd you lose weight? Did you do it naturally? How'd you keep it off for so many years? And the question I may have got 5,000 times a day is, Rose, how did you become so wealthy? And I think it was so important for me to find a way to break this down for the youngsters and the next generation of entrepreneurs, is that when you see everything going on around me, it could be overwhelming, but really, I accomplished this one step at a time,
Yeah.
brick by brick. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to happen overnight, but it most definitely it can happen for you.
Definitely, bro. So yeah, so now that you brought up, Sam Sneak showing you how to use IG stories and all that, because I personally noticed you started using that a lot more over like the last, maybe like 5-6 months, a year or something like that. And I'm like, all right, like keep you on or something, you know what I'm saying? And then every time that I would wake up and watch the stories, it's like you up on your land, up in your yard, like you're driving around up on the John Deere's and shit, like you're showing the cars and all that. And I never thought that it was like, like more up on some stun shit or whatever. It was more on some, you can do it too. You know what I'm saying? So do people, like, since you start being more active on social media, Instagram and all that, do you find people, have people started gravitating towards you more for, for pointers, tips, and all, like hitting you up in the DMs, and just since you've been, what I'm saying, just putting all that up on the forefront with everything?
Without a doubt. Me communicating and speaking and being more personal through the platforms is most definitely have, people that may not have, communicated with me before really reach out, and we finding ways to communicate. And like I say, it's a lot of ventures that came from, us doing this in the morning. And one of them is the Boss Up Conference that we got going down September 18th through the 20th. And that's just, a sheer result from questions that we getting online, questions that we getting in the DM, things that's on the story, whatever it is. This what people want to know. So, let's give it to them.
Yeah, definitely, man. So with this book right here, so it was, I feel like it was written and published almost, with perfect timing, with Hurricanes dropping on, what was that? I think it was like September 3rd or something like that in 2019. And then this one dropped on the 7th. So is this something that, that you kind of like, is this like a calculated move with this release? Because I remember reading here too, you said that you was coming out with another one too, but I don't know when or whatever.
Right.
Was it like calculated, or you just kind of going along, you know what I'm saying?
It was something that we discussed. It it was something that we discussed. It wasn't nothing that we had to live by, but it was something discussed. And why not? Because you know, we releasing a book. We have the conference coming up the 18th through the 20th. We have the Feed the Streets tour we finna kick off. And ultimately we finna release my next album, Richer Than I Ever Been. So, you know, before the end of the year. So it's most definitely one of those things that I felt would kick off
Stars
the
align.
campaign that we wanted to do this summer.
For sure,
Right.
bro. Yeah, man. Hey,
Right.
so this book is really, you know, for young businessmen and entrepreneurs and all that, just like myself and everybody else. This book is really like it's like a Bible. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because it's like it just give you all the tools and, you know, just like the mind saying the mind frame, you know what I'm saying, like the free game and everything that's like that to excel and move forward in whatever field you in, you know what I'm saying? Because it's all the same thing. It's just based on, you know, I don't think that this was like geared towards no one field or nothing like that. Like you pretty much just wrote this from your own, from shit that you've seen and live, and you're able to give that you know, wisdom and, you know, courage and all that for the people that's not quite there yet and still struggling and learning. So how, like, do you feel like that this was your, you know, duty to kind of pour into people?
I knew this was something I wanted to do. Let's share the game even more, because I found when I was coming up, you know, a lot of times, you know, motherfuckers went through whatever they went through to accomplish whatever they accomplished, and people wouldn't just share that wisdom. They wouldn't just give you that game. And I don't know for what reasons. A lot of times I would ask myself, did this person feel I may not, you know, move forward with it? I won't take advantage of it. But you know, that ain't my decision to make. So let's put the game out there for the ones who want it, whoever desire it. And to me, that's what separates the winners and the losers. You understand it?
Definitely.
Because I give them my perspective of winning from, you know, from that perspective of back of the classroom. Because, you know, today I feel like it's just about your passion and your drive is what's going to separate you from everybody else that's in the room. Are you willing to stay later? Are you willing to come earlier? Are you really willing to go harder? To me, that's what separates the winners and the losers. It's point blank.
1000%, bro, for sure. So, and you know, with me just following your career since like way before hustling and all that, I think this was in like 2002 when you was on that track with Trina for the All About the Benjamin soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? Just watching you just as a shorty growing up and just following you in your business move and everything from rap to, you know, the accolades and all that. It's like, you know, just from you, even from you growing up, like you washing cars for, you know, like you shorty, you know what I'm saying? You hustling, you washing cars, you selling drugs, you handling business, doing what you need to do to handle business, you know what I'm saying? So you clearly had to have been inspired in a way for all these years to keep just going to the next level, you know, and making shit to shake for you. So with your current business ventures and everything else that you got going on with the Rich hair products, the music, the label, the Bel Air, the, you know, the endorsements, all that, and everything is in place for you, you know, just as a mogul. So what inspires you to keep going every day?
Man, I draw inspiration from a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? It could just be from the smallest. I could see a youngster on the street doing this thing and draw some inspiration to where me just riding by a business, a franchise, a home, you know, down to whatever it is. You know, growing up in Miami, it was a very small gray area. You either had it or you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could be in Carol City where we at, and when I really wanted to, if I went out on a date with a chick, I ride down Collins Ave, I ride to Miami Beach. Let's go look at some of those $20 million houses, you know, and let's just dream. Let's just talk about our dreams and our aspirations. And so that's what I do. And regardless of, you know, just my small accomplishments that I made, you know, me playing football, me making all city. It gave me confidence. You know what I'm saying? That yo, man, regardless of what it is I'm doing, I could be the best at it. You know what I mean? And so once I began, writing music, I noticed other artists would, take a week to write a record when I would write 3 in one day.
Yeah.
And I understood that after so long, man, it really paid off. Just imagine me doing that for 15 years.
Yeah.
It's very few people that when I came into a room to write records that could compete with my pace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I applied that to everything I did outside the booth, whatever it is. If we talking about investing in our strands of smoke, let's go find the best growers. Let's find the best breeders. We're going to partner up with the biggest names, of course, which is Burner Cookies. Salute to them. And let's keep going. And that's just always been my approach.
1000%, man. Hey, shit, we love to see it, and then especially as up and coming business people and all that, it is really just every day just watching you just do your thing, and just the way you move and the way that like it's like your whole situation and career is like a movie for us. You know what I'm saying? We watched it like, oh damn, like, you taking notes like, oh damn, like you got the good times, you got the bad times, the highs, lows, and all that we all just on the outside just looking in, just seeing is what you doing, and we like, he can do it, like we can, you know what I'm saying? There's no reason that, just coming from where you come from and coming from where I come from, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you can do it, I can do it too, you feel me? And I also feel like that you pretty much started out being, like you went from being the hunted to being the hunter. You know what I'm saying? So for all these years, did you feel?
I love that.
Hey, definitely, bro. So back then, did you see yourself having the type of success you have today? From all of that?
I couldn't, assume what level of success I would achieve, but I knew I had the heart, and I knew I was going to sacrifice whatever I needed to sacrifice to win.
Right.
So when I came into the rap game, I said, I'm sure these people heard my first record, Every Day I'm Hustling. It's a big, strong record, but they have yet to understand my level of wordplay, my level of the way I put sound and producers and the production and the way it's going to all come together. I'm sure they haven't, got, accustomed to that yet. And then they don't understand my heart and how, I go out on the edge and make this shit real entertaining. And that's what I wanted to do. Whoever they felt was the biggest in the game, I wanted to challenge them. And that's what I did. That's what I did. And I had a good time doing it.
And you see where that got you now, you know what I'm saying? The dope crib, dope land, like everything is situated for you. You know what I'm saying? I know you got some ways to go, but right now though, like just everything that you just spoke on, like that got you to where you are today. You know what I'm saying? And it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing to see for sure.
Believe it.
So with both of these books, like I feel like they both paint some very vivid pictures about you, who you are and where you came from and where you're going. You feel me? But it's only so much that you can do to give fans and readers, you know what I'm saying, an idea. Well, actually, now scratch that. These books don't really fans don't have like a true idea of what the real play was with you and all of that, because you came up in an era where all that shit was like real, for real. And it's only, man, there's so much that you can put up in these books. So how did Neil, you know what I'm saying, how was he able to, put these books together for you in this manner?
Well, I made it clear for everybody that understood my lifestyle and came from the city, and for the ones that's in the chain gang, in prison, whatever. I made it clear when I first began, and when I said I was going to write a book and become an author, I made it clear. And this quote it didn't get enough attention, but it's not what I say that make me a boss. It's what I don't say that make me be a boss. You understand? And so me coming from the type of lifestyle that I live, it's certain things that I never even put in Neil's lap. It's certain things that Neil will never hear me repeat. It's certain things that I will never repeat. You understand? Right. So anything that whoever, if you with me, helping me put a book together, you could be recording me, you could be, taking notes, and, I would never say something where I have to say, nah, erase that.
Right.
No, it's not that type of person. This Rose, this a real boss right here. You understand? And it's a lot of people that don't really, lost their lives in the streets behind a lot of these stories and these tales. So it's certain things that I could never repeat. So anything that I'm sharing is something that's, when we talk about bossing up, I'm really talking to the next wave of hustlers, the next ones that's trying to get it, the ones that's in the 11th grade with a vision already, the ones in the 12th grade with a vision already, the ones who know, what they want to do. They want to be a dentist. They want to be a mechanic, whatever it is. They want to be a CEO. They want to be a pilot, whatever it is. Let's go to that next level. Make sure you put yourself at the table with the ones that's going to help you get there. You know what I'm saying?
1000%, man. Yeah, so one of my favorite chapters out the book is bosses stay students. And I personally feel like that it's a lot of upcoming business people and all that, and even some that's more polished and seasoned or whatever, that they don't fully grasp that concept, just based off how they move, because I remember it was forgot which song it was. I think it was one of those diss records to like 50 or some shit a while back. And you started out like you open the record like, never measure a man by his money, but by his moves. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a aspect that people like the upcoming ones, like they don't get it as far as moving and how shit should be going. So just talk a little bit about that and how you feel like they can thrive off having that mindset of bosses stay students.
Well, a boss remains a student because there's always space to learn. And I'm always ready to learn. I'm willing to learn. It's nothing too big or too small for me. If I walk into one of my franchises and the floor needs to be swept, I'll pick up a broom and sweep it. I'm not too big for that. I won't stop. Hey, lead the register and come sweep this right here, the broom right here. I'm gonna handle that. That ain't no pressure. Let's do that. And when it comes to, just not for me to get off the what was the question? Not to get off the topic.
Nah, what was the question? My bad. No, it was like for bosses stay students, how do you feel, like, just talk a little bit about that and how you feel like they could thrive from having that specific mindset on the, upon this life that they choose.
Bosses remain students because everything is an opportunity to grow. Every day it could be a new opportunity to grow. I'm a person that believes in partnerships. I'm not one of those people that have to be, I love partners. I love partnering up because I get to learn from the best. If this is your, if this is your market, if having a podcast is your market and I want to do a podcast, I will partner up with you. Let's go. So you set everything up. Let me buy everything we need. You set everything up and let me learn and see how this goes.
Right.
And if it grows into fruition, we can remain partners and continue to grow, man, because, that's just the way it goes. And I'm a firm believer in that. And so when you look up and you say, damn, I currently have 20 current partnerships right now that we have going on, 20. No, my bad. Yeah, it's actually real. From my residency at Dreas to, of course, being the CEO of Maybach Music, my partnership with Ethica Music, of course, Official Bel Air, Rap Snacks, Wingstop, Die Checkers, the sports agency, and it just goes on, homie. And I really feel like I have 50 and not be burnt out and not be stressed and not be, because, I only do the things I love to do. Yeah. And when you do the things you love to do, you can do it all day.
Yes, yes, sir. Yeah.
You can do it all day. Yeah.
Hey, so a fact that I don't think that most people know about you is, you know, that and you also mentioned it at the like towards the end of the book is that you don't fear death, but you fear unfinished business more than anything. So what type
Right.
of legacy do you want to leave for, you know, for your family and your fans?
Well, you know, for my fans, I want them to always know that when Rose came in from day one and said every day he hustling, that boy meant it.
And you lived
Because
it
the
too.
same
Yeah,
dudes, because the same dudes that I came into the game with and went at odds with, you know, these were dudes that was worth the estimated whatever it was at then, and now, it's not even a comparison on what levels we on, and I ain't tripping. But like I said, it ain't about the money you got; it's the moves you making,
yeah,
because that's what's gonna determine where you at 5 years from now. 10
definitely.
years from now. If me and you was at odds, I wouldn't look at your page next year to see. Give him 3 years, and then I'm gonna come back and look at his
Yeah.
page. Oh, he
Right.
ain't designing no more. He back to the Air Force Ones. We
Right.
never left the Air Force Ones. You know, we them type of dudes. It's
Right.
some dudes that get too good and don't wear Air Forces no more. They only wear the Dior's. But then when shit get real, now you back to the Air
Exactly.
Forces. Welcome back to the real, baby.
Should have humble you like real fast too, for sure. For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Life has a way of like humbling people that, you know what I'm saying, that need it for sure.
You better believe it.
You know. So yeah, so just to you know, to derail a bit, because you actually spoke on your upcoming album. You know, that wait, did you say that it was dropping towards the end of this year or sometime next year?
Yeah, it's gonna drop. Nah, it'll drop before the end of this year.
The end of this year? Oh shit. Okay,
Yeah,
bet.
without a doubt. I'm putting the final touches on it. I'm putting the final touches on it, and it's finna come richer than I ever been. Yeah.
Y'all been waiting on it, man, for sure. Like we definitely been, you know, like this is a highly anticipated as album. Like, you know, I know it's about to be another classic, you know, with no
Yeah.
question. But I wanted to ask you this though. So I know you mentioned maybe this was like 2 years ago or some shit like that, maybe early last year, I think. I don't know. But you mentioned that you wanted to, you know, be that staple to get Wayne, Drake, Ye, and you know, push up on the record, you know, when you pick the beat. You know, so have you made any, you know, progress yet or not? That was
No.
the ideas that's up there.
No. That was something that I mentioned. Yeah, like you said, maybe 2 years ago, and of course, I haven't, made. I haven't made no attempt on it, because that's something that if it happened, it'll happen organically and genuinely, because they all geniuses.
Yeah.
They all, icons. All them niggas wealthy. You know what I'm saying? And all it takes is for us to bump into each other at Nice, France, and we get on a 200-foot yacht and we hold up a bottle of blue, and
Yeah.
they tell me, Rose, you got the beats, and I pull up my phone and I got the beats on me.
Yeah.
But is it something that we pressing now? The homies may have a few differences right now. Do I feel like they'll get over them? Of course. These niggas icons, man. They
Yeah.
inspire each other.
Yeah.
We all
And
listen
then-
to each other music. We all listen to each other music,
Yeah, and then it's like you know, it's like not like it's not even no little street beef or nothing like that. It's all, you know, it's music and shit. So I feel like at some point, you know, hopefully sooner than later, like, you know, it should be what it is.
It's like
move forward.
it's wordplay to me. Still sharp and still. And it's wordplay, and you talking about some of the greatest to ever do it, and not of just this generation, but in the history of the culture. So really, as fans, we gotta all make sure we enjoy it. And it's nothing personal. We gotta make sure we enjoy it. When you talk about this group of MCs and me having my opinion, I deserve to have my own opinion, because I'm one of the only artists that's ever collaborated
with all of them. Yeah.
Jay-Z, Nas, Drake, Pusha T, Kanye West. I've collaborated with them all, you know.
For sure, bro. Hey, but you know, so yeah, we gonna just end it here, Ross. Man, and again, I definitely appreciate you, appreciate your art, I appreciate everything that you're doing for the people. I appreciate the consistency, the free game, the gems, the motivation you send down with me, everything, man. Yeah, hopefully, you know, like I could bump into you one day and we can rap, you know, we can rap on some shit and chop it up. You feel me?
Yeah. Make sure you follow up with me because I'm finna grow this MMG thing, this Maybach Media Group.
I got you, bro.
Follow up with
Definitely, bro. Definitely, yo. But y'all, hey, but again, The Perfect Day to Boss Up is out in stores September 7th. You did. Make sure you cop that, Amazon or anywhere else. You feel me?
You feel me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, I appreciate the love, big homie.
Take it easy, bro.